Hey everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel where I show you how I make my bullet journal. I'm getting Lolo to look at the camera, sort of, by holding up these little treats that I got her. They're lamb littles. And anyway, I'm going to be showing you how I make my cover for the month of March. This month's theme is, sorry my words won't come out. This month's theme is Baby Yoda. If you have watched The Mandalorian, then you know his name, but I don't want to put any spoilers out there quite yet. For those of you that may not have gotten around to watching it. And as always, I'll be showing you what materials I use, how I get my inspiration, and just any stories along the way I can think of. And so with that being said, let's get started. Okay, so as you can see, I've already gone and traced my March cover, and I'm going to use this Micron 02 pen to outline everything. And once we get that done, then I'll go in and color it. So I drew all of this myself. I used pictures as reference, but I did freehand all of this to kind of give it my own style, which is what I really wanted. I used to draw a lot, and so this is part of the reason I started bullet journaling, was to get back into drawing, because during college I didn't do any of that because I was just so busy. And so bullet journaling is a way for me to kind of ease myself back into my skill set that I used to have. And I used to draw lots of comics and characters all the time. And so this was really kind of, doing this spread was very much why I got into bullet journaling. And so I will probably, hopefully, be able to do more TV and character themes throughout the years as I continue to bullet journal. Hopefully for a long time. But here I am, just kind of outlining the little doodle I have with the pen, and I will go and erase it here in a minute. I gave him big floppy ears because I just thought it was so cute. I found Baby Yoda just precious, absolutely adorable, and I was definitely on the train of this child is just so wonderful, and so I am a little bit obsessed with him. I do genuinely like The Mandalorian and the whole Star Wars series too, and I loved how much the show added to everything. So as you can see, I'm going in right now and still outlining everything. I did look up the font. I actually googled Mandalorian font, and that's what I came up with, and I did freehand it, and I felt like it came out pretty good. Not as great as I wanted it to, but I think it was really good practicing as something that wasn't specifically hand lettering, but was a font that I had to draw, and it was great. You can see there I spaced out all of my characters, so everything is the same. It was a little bit difficult doing it like that, but every letter has a space and a block in which it is inside, and I think it came out the way I wanted it to for that reason. We have here, what I'm using is a Pigma graphic 2, or that was a 1, and now I'm going in with a 2 to color them in. And the reason I chose this theme was because I wanted to challenge myself to do something slightly out of my comfort zone, and this was definitely it. It wasn't anything necessarily abstract, and parts of it were easier than others. Some parts of it I was able to do actually digitally, and I will get into that into my weekly spread because I don't use any of that on my cover. My cover is completely freehanded. So I just really liked how this kind of challenged me to really pay attention to what I was doing and work on my art skills, not just doodling and things like that. So I chose it for the challenge, and also for just the fact that I just love Star Wars, and I was kind of going on a kick. I was rewatching The Mandalorian, and I thought this would be a really fun theme to do. And it allowed me to use green for the month of March and spring without being a stereotypical St. Patrick's Day or a flower theme. Which are great themes, I just didn't feel like doing them this year. So here I am, I colored in his eyes, and I'm going in with this Tombow brush pen and coloring in. I'm kind of doing small strokes to make it look like his skin as best I can. That didn't quite have the effect that I wanted, but it turned out pretty okay in the end. I just tried to make sure I did the small strokes in the direction of the skin that I wanted, and it sort of turned out the way I wanted it to. Not quite, like I said, but it did somewhat have that effect. and I will be sure to list those pins down below and what colors I used. I used all of these colors throughout the month, but I'll be sure to list them in the description down below and in all future videos, of course. I actually got frustrated with myself because I kept going outside the lines with this little doodle, and I was so frustrated. I was having really bad tremors in my hands, and so it was kind of difficult to control my markers sometimes. Yep, here I am, coloring in his little outfit as well. Again, I kind of used a reference for these, just between the live action and any, cartoon-ish things that Disney and other fans have put out. I was able to look up some things and get inspiration from those. I use everything from Google Images to Pinterest to actual, like, I actually watched The Mandalorian while I was sketching this out. Some of my favorite episodes, honestly. And I may make another Star Wars spread because this one was just so much fun. So I'm taking this white Sakura Jelly Roll pen, and I'm coloring in the light for his eyes to give him that cute, big-eyed little stare that he always has. It's not really a stare, but you know, that cute little, his cute eyes that he has. And then I'm coloring in the cup to make the iconic, like, Baby Yoda drinking his soup image that we all know and love. And now I'm going across, and this was a big thing in the Mandalorian font that I looked up, was that every letter had a white line across the bottom of it, so I hope that by putting that there it kind of got the effect of the Mandalorian title, but it says March instead. What I'm doing here is I'm using a small sheet of paper to put on the outside of my journal so that I don't accidentally color a page behind it and ruin the effect on the page behind it, or color the edges of the journal, and so it just kind of gives it a cleaner look, and I can color all the way to the side of the page without having to worry about accidentally coloring something I don't want to be coloring. And here I'm adding just some abstract colors using the things that I'm going to be using throughout the month, and it's just brown and green and gray. And so I wanted more colors, but I also didn't want to fill it up with just a million images of Baby Yoda. I did want a little bit more. And so this is kind of what I came to, and I actually ended up really liking the way it turned out, which just Baby Yoda with some color around him. And I really like, again, like I said, I thought it turned out really well, and I was very satisfied with the end result. This is one of the spreads that I'm probably the most proud of, even though I simultaneously am very proud of it, but I also don't think it's my best work, which means I'm very excited to see where I go. But yeah, I'm just kind of doodling. What I'm doing here is I'm trying not to have two of the same colors very close to each other, but I'm also just going along and drawing very abstractly shapes, like they're not supposed to be one particular shape or the other, and then I'm taking a darker green and outlining the edges. And here is my March cover. Again, the theme is Baby Yoda, and I thought it turned out really great, but what do you think? Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this content and you want to see more of Lolo, or you want to see more of my bullet journal content, please head over to Instagram. My Instagram is at Grandmama. It's me, Anastasia, with an underscore between every word, and I will have all of my materials linked down below. And she is such a good girl. She deserves all the treats. Yes, she does. Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? There you go. That's my baby. That's my baby. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will talk to all of you next week, and we'll be showing you my weekly spread. Thanks for watching. Bye!